Cricket West Indies President Dr. Kishore Shaloo has called on the chair of the Cricket Strategy and Officiating Committee to convene an emergency meeting to review the West Indies series against Australia. It follows the regional side being dismissed for 27 runs in the second innings of the third test on Monday, the lowest total in test cricket in 70 years. Tuesday should have been day 4 of the third test between West Indies and Australia at Sabina Park. But instead, it was a day of somber reflection for Cricket West Indies President Dr. Kishore Shaloo. If it hasn't happened already, West Indies cricket heads should soon be locked in an emergency meeting discussing the team's 3-0 series loss to Australia. This after Dr. Shaloo issued a statement calling on the chair of the Cricket Strategy and Officiating Committee to convene. But that call is less about just the series sweep, but more about the dubious history of being bowled out for 27 in the second innings of the third test on Monday, the second lowest score in test cricket history and lowest in 70 years. Again, there is an invitation to past greats Brian Lara, Sir Clive Lloyd and Sir Viv Richards to help in discussing the way forward. Those greats have been called upon before, although the Windies' overall fortunes haven't changed much in the past 2 decades. The president, though, says that the call is not just a ceremonial one. The Windies have won only one of their last 10 series dating back to 2023. That win, a 1-0 victory over Zimbabwe in 2023. The Windies batters were always going to be up against it. John Campbell's last test series before this one came in 2021, much like Shea Hope. Captain Roston Chase had been out of test cricket since 2023, while Brandon King was in his debut series. Kevlon Anderson was making his test debut, and Mikhail Louis had played fewer than 10 matches with an average below 20. That was the West Indies top 6 that went up against an Australian bowling attack that is arguably the best in the world, in a pink ball test match which was a first for a number of the West Indies players. President Shaloo in his statement acknowledged that growth will not happen overnight and said the result will cause many a sleepless night. He called the current phase a rebuilding one and said there were encouraging signs, particularly with the ball. He called the batters keen, but said they must now be even more deliberate as they work to improve. The numbers in this series back him up. The Windies only passed 200 runs once in 6 innings, but the bowlers took all 20 wickets in every match played. Pacer Shamar Joseph took 22 wickets at an average of 14.95 apiece, the most in the series. His fast bowling partners, Alzari Joseph and Jaden Seals, each added 13. The test team is back in action in October as they travel to India. It remains to be seen what lessons will be learnt from this painful test series before their first test match in Ahmedabad.